Dude, find the stream already. Just a second, gamers. My stupid chat doesn't want to find my YouTube. There it is. Boom. What's going on, Wampy? Cat Lady, Kevin Forge, Guy Fieri. They're working. There it is. There it is. I thought the boomer block game would be Tetris. Nah. That's Gen X. I just installed a texture pack for like the first time in my life, and I'm a little bit worried I'm not going to recognize what anything is. You guys remember these blocks of cobblestone from that one YouTube video I made? I got to get rid of them now. Is this Tetris? Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with this Zoomer block game. Isn't this game like 20 years old? Accept it, old man. This is the boomer block game. All the new kids are playing Roblox. I gotta reclaim all this cobblestone for the new build we're doing. What's going on, Daily Data Miner? How you been, buddy? Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a tour of my little Minecraft world. I've been playing this offline for maybe 30 hours. It's nothing crazy impressive, but not gonna lie, I thought Boomer Block Game was gonna be that old Wii game. What old Wii game? Heard a few people say Tetris. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Isn't Roblox 20 years old? Is it? I know the average player of Roblox is in their 30s. I was 16 when Minecraft released. I think I was probably about the same. 14, 15, 16 when Minecraft released. And that took forever. Boom Blocks, man. It's like an OG shovelware game for the Wii. I do not remember this. I think this is where this bed was. We've got a very rudimentary chess setup here. It's kind of not used for too much. Kind of just cobble right now. So I guess I'll give you guys a tour. So, you know, this is the game where you kill the dragon with the beds. Only if you're good. I've never seen Forsen do that, so I don't think that's in this game. So here's a village. So what I like to do is, the one thing you guys got to learn about me when it comes to Minecraft is I hate mining. I don't like going into caves. I think it's scary. I think it takes too long. Collecting fucking anything is a whole nuisance. So instead what I'll do is I'll find a nice big village like this one that's on the water so that it looks nice. And then I'll just trade with the villagers until they get to a high enough level to where they can give me diamond stuff. And that way, anytime I need tools, I can come to, I don't really know which one of these guys is the high-ranking one I use. I think he's got a little diamond on his pocket if we find him. I'm sure he's around here somewhere, guys. Believe me. Anyway, I trade with them until they get nice and big. and high level, and then they'll trade me. Here's one. So like this guy here, for instance, will trade me for diamond, helmet, chest plate, boots, and leggings. So I never need to make diamond anything. All I got to do is find a renewable way to get a bunch of emeralds, and then boom, I just trade with this guy, and I've got infinite, you know, everythings. That's the idea, at least. Sumito plays Minecraft like a tycoon game. Don't judge me. You know, it's a single player game. I'll play it how I want. Do we have a bunch of emeralds, by the way? I don't. So I guess that's what we're doing, is we're open for emeralds. So, I'm never going to beat the tycoon accusations once you guys see my melon farm. This is my melon farm. See if I can show you guys the inside of it. Probably not. So here's the inside of it. It's just a railway system with, you know, it's got a powered minecart. That's a minecart that's got a hopper in it. There's a block of water in the middle of it. And basically what happens is, that guy runs like forever, right? He just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning. And as the pumpkins and melons, I have both in there, grow, they activate an observer, and that activates a piston. The piston breaks it, and then it's only one block between this and the piston below it, so you see how those break? Once the Minecraft runs under it, it'll collect it, and then it dumps it in a chest I've got up here. Boom, lots of stuff. Let's go to Cyned. I was scared half of Enderman. I'd like to remind you I was 16 when this game released. I was always terrified of creepers. I'm right there with you, buddy. So anyway, it just dumps all those melons and pumpkins into there. And then we can come here and turn these into melons and pumpkins. And then I trade the melons and pumpkins with one of my farmers. They give me emeralds, and then I turn those emeralds into diamond tools and shit, which is pretty pog. So that's what I do to avoid playing the game. I guess I'll sleep here since nobody else is. Hello, Big Boss. Just beating vanilla Minecraft. I'm not even beating it, TBH. I'm not even beating it, TBH. I'm dead ass just... I don't know what I'm doing. I want to play it like... I'm just prettifying it, you know? I'm just making it pretty. I want to build houses. I want to build out this water area to something really cool. Where's my farmer that buys my pumpkins and shit? Where is this guy? Let's see. This guy's got a... Okay, so we're looking for a straw hat. Remember, I'm using a new texture pack for the first time. I don't know where anything is. I remember playing this on the Xbox when zombies drop feathers still and hunger wasn't a thing. Yeah, when I started playing Minecraft, they had just added boats. They had just added boats. Here, this guy will buy pumpkins. Boom. You also buy watermelons? Yes. Boom. And bam, just like that, we've got emeralds. I appreciate the consistency with which you get spooked in video games. It's not a bit. That's why. It's not a bit. It is real. Everything scares me. Okay. So game plan A for now is I think I would like to turn this into more of a staircase, maybe. The issue that I'm having right now is that I've got my little farm situation over here. You know, I've got most all the animals. I need to breed them, but I don't have the right food for it at all. But then there's this whole hill area here, which just turns into like a big drop-off into nothing. And I do like the hill because it adds some elevation, and then it's like I've got a hill and I've also got, you know, the ocean and stuff. But like I need to make it easier to get up there is my point. I need to make it easier to get up here. How is this a boomer game? I would assume more kids are playing than sweaty adults. I would disagree. I think it's definitely more adults playing this game out of nostalgia. The issue is this thing here. I feel like maybe if I move it back or consolidate it, it would give me a little bit more space, but I think the big thing is we got to move this back a little bit. Make a giant pirate boat with wood? I think I'm gonna make an entire dock that's got boats and shit in it. But I just want this hill to look a little bit more natural, a little bit less like a steep cliff. We also need some material. Like, we got to grow some trees, get some wood. Which I've got, you know, we've got a ton of melons and stuff. I've got a little setup over here that's got a hopper. So I can put, like, I usually stick, like, seaweed up here because you get 1,000,000 pieces of seaweed when you break it. And then that turns into bone meal down here. So we can insta-grow some trees when the time comes. For the time being, I'm going to continue leveling this. So we need to get some wood. What's going on, Stork Ankles? We need to get some wood. For sure. And then we need to build some houses, kind of, over by the water. We got to turn the entire water into... What I want to make is like a floating marketplace. Does that make sense? Like boats and planks that all have houses, and then the villagers will live out there. You can park your boat. You can come get, you know... I want to make like a drive-through where you have boats and you go through it, and it's like a covered thing, and you can buy fucking roasted scorpions and shit. It's gonna be great, guys. It's gonna be great. There seems to be some across the water. I mean, I could just insta-grow some trees. Got the bone meal. It's not the end of the world. That good? I feel like that's good. Maybe like one more layer. I feel like I need to take this out a little bit, but then like this is going to be in the middle of nowhere. Man, it's tough. It's tough. Oh, I have a bunch of pumpkins, actually. Gotta keep the number one thing is we gotta keep the emeralds processing. If we're not getting more emeralds, then we're not moving towards stuff. Exploring is fun. You might get some wolf or ocelot. I think, you know, I don't disagree with you. But I'd like to get, like, maps and weapons and shit. To the point where, like, if I die and I lose everything on my character, I don't feel bad. That's the worst feeling.
Mining them crafts.
Hey, Stork Ankles, thanks for the 45 months, broski. Man, now I want to play some Minecraft. That's exactly how I felt. That's exactly why I'm doing it. I think I might just take out this whole chunk, if I'm being honest. I think I might just take all of this out. What's your opinion on fishing in the game? I don't do it much. I don't think it's a great fishing minigame, but it's serviceable. I mean, it does its job. It gives you fish, right? Is there new endgame goals other than the Ender Dragon now? I believe so, but I've never gotten that far. I deadass don't know.
Keep crafting those mines.
I'm doing it. An aquatic drive-through where we pick up food. Nice. I can finally tell my friends that I motorboated melons. Yeah, man. This is going to be the harbor of the century. You're not going to believe. I mean, it's going to take 500 hours, but, you know, we needed something we could play for 500 hours, so it's fine. That's good. That's as good as it's going to get, I think. Okay, so it is a little bit of a steep cliff, but I think we'll cover it and make it into like a house of some sort. Put the dirt in the dirt box. And this goes in the square hole. Keep a couple blocks just in case. Okay. So pro tip, if you want to get enchanted books, really fishing is a great way to get them. They're random, but still. Ooh, interesting. Why are the golems black, by the way? I guess it's fine. Now, we can do one of two things here, gamers. We can do one of two things here. Let me show you guys, let me give you guys a quick tour of everything, right? So I showed you guys the melon farm. That's kind of the big piece de resistance. Don't forget the trimmed grass to make your dock look bigger. Oh, I will. Okay, so here's the melon farm. I already explained this. This is just using a bunch of nether wood planks. It's kind of the only thing that I grabbed from the nether, really. Over here, we've got the animal pit. I don't have a great farm for wheat and stuff, so I don't have a great way to multiply most of these guys, but I guess while we do have some wheat, we can do cows. I don't have... What do you use for sheep? Is it wheat? It is. And then I think for pigs, you need something else. Yes, I don't have the right thing for pigs. I also don't have the right thing for chickens, which is grass, I think. Going on the bard. DEI slop 0 out of 10 uninstalled. I win. Bye-bye. I feel that. I feel that. I don't, actually. This is a hostel. The only purpose of this building is to put in a bunch of beds so that there's a reason for the villagers to make new villagers. It's also filled with a bunch of the occupation things so that I could try to get the villagers that I want. I don't know why they're all over here by the bell, but this is just something that I crafted. Like, this is the last thing I made, was just sort of an addition to this house that was just a bunch of crafting material. You know, wood, stone, glass, that sort of thing. I don't really have a house, which is sort of a thing. I think most people make a house first and have like a really nice big house. I do have a house that I made when I first got here, just to have my own place, but I don't really keep anything in it. It's this guy. Tried to make sort of like a micro house. So down here is just some early game. Got a couple burnesses. And then over on the second floor, got a little skylight. Just a bunch of chests. Looks like it doesn't really have anything in it anymore. Got some bread. A couple buried treasure maps. You know, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. You really expect me to believe a shrimp fried this rice? I saw it, man. I saw it with my own eyes. So here's most of the village. Just a couple houses that are down on this base level.
That's a lot of nuts!
You guys...
Nice.
Yo, Sausage Toast, thanks for the 69 months. Hey, yo! What is this? Freaky fish. So this is some of the low-level houses, as you guys can see. It's sort of on this side of the hill. And then there's like one house and the rest of the stuff, the melon farm, on the top side of the hill. And then if you come around to this side, there's like another house that's sort of detached from everything. And then on the front side of the water, there's one more house. Or maybe two more houses. See? Like on top of this hill, you can't even see this stuff. There's more paths. And then all the way over here, there's like this one secluded little house. So I think the first thing I want to do is kind of like knock out this a little bit to make an easier path to get through. You know? I haven't built anything in the nether. I just made a portal to get some materials. For the time being, let's hit the hay. We got some crafting to do, but I don't really know what to craft. Oh god, are we doing shrimp fried rice style jokes now? It's one of the hashtags on my Twitch. One of my channel hashtags is shrimp fried rice. How fast is the melon farm, by the way? It's been like 2 or 3 days. It's not slow. The fuck do crafting tables look like? All right, Mr. Farmer. Nope, you're the wrong farmer. Where's the good farmer? Where are my farmers? I need my emeralds. You're a farmer? Basic ass farmer. I need high quality farmer. Where is he? Has bro not woken up yet? Where the hell are the real farmers? Is that a farmer? No, it's like a butcher or something. What are you doing all the way over here? A weaponsmith. What's going on, Jason? I want to knock this down and make it a level lower. Here are a couple farmers. No. Yeah, there you go. Nice. What do farmers give you at max level? Golden carrots. Oh, shit. It's not bad. Grab your toast and run. You're late for your first day in Minecraft school. Guys, I'm a Minecraft sexpert. I understand the mines and the crafts. Okay. What do I want to do? So here's the thing. I want to make... Does anybody know if you can make... Like, I want to make, like, a pit for my best farmers. And just keep them in, like, a little thing that's like, hey, this is the guy I got to go to do trading. So I don't got to track him down all the time. Is that or is that not going to take us several hours? I guess we can cut down some trees. I want to use the white trees, I think. I also want to make like an underwater explosive testing area. That makes sense? You know, for explosive testing? Make them jail cells? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. You could always just make them a small hut with a bed, so essentially a jail cell. That's what I was thinking. I just want one that's like they don't move. That's the big thing. I gotta level so much of this place, man. They won't actually farm anymore? I mean, I've got 5 farmers. 2 of them are max level. 1 of them isn't. So, I mean, like, we'll still have a farmer that will be doing farming. Even if I lock off, like, 2 of them, I think. Okay, that's a little bit better, but it's still like just gigantic hops to get up here. It's so unnecessary. At least the texture pack looks nice, right? I kind of vibe with it. Okay, so here's... All of this is natural, by the way. All of this was generated by... Let me see if I can give you guys, like, an aerial view. If this isn't too much of a headache. Yeah, there you go. So you see we've got an ice biome over there. We've got a ruined nether portal. Bunch of jungle sort of stuff. Sand over in that direction. I think that pillar that I built over there is to indicate like a big cave system. And then this. Not a bad starting place, right? Villagers look a bit weird, but nice overall. I'm also not a huge fan of how the golems look either. But this is the Sphax texture pack. This is the one that the Yogscast used to use. I gotta use it out of solidarity. So first thing, I think we delete this, right, gamers? I think we delete this, and then I think we start our little market in this big alcove. Thoughts? I'm getting vertigo. I'm going down. I'm going down. Looks nice, though. Hey, thanks, buddy. Got diamond shovel. I've got a diamond pick. I think I actually have another diamond shovel that's, like, not an efficiency shovel. So it's not as fast, but I can use it. We also have plenty of emeralds, so I think it should be okay. How's the shrimp? I haven't seen Frank all day. But it's been about a week since I got him, so I think he has acclimated to the water. So I'm not worried about him dying. He's just, he just hides a lot. I'll see him at night just fine, though. Definitely wipe that mountain out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, boys. So this big block of mountain here, it does have a farm. But aside from that, I just think it's got to go. I think it's got to go. I mean, if nothing else, this part has to go, right? It's just a giant block of nothing. You should make it look like an actual seaside market would be peak. That's my idea. That's why I installed the texture pack, to give me a little bit of an idea of what it's going to look like as I start to slowly build it out. What woods to use, that sort of thing, you know? All right, first thing I'm going to do is take a layer off the top of this. And then I think I'll start cutting my way down. Because look, it also like blocks the well and stuff from being able to see out. It's just a bad generation. All right, so we're going to be digging out this mountain for the better part of the next 3 hours. How have you guys been? Everybody see the latest episode of the Spodcast? Are we liking the YouTube shorts? Every like goes a long way to buying me more Korean bulgogi. Thoughts? Question mark? Soon enough. Let's put a couple dirt blocks in my inventory so they don't just keep filling up my hotbar. For sure, just obstructs the view. Yeah. I'm glad we're all on the same page. I'm wearing shorts right now, and I like them. Why are you dressed like the Texas Chainsaw guy? Yeah, I gotta get a... Well, we've got some extra emeralds now, so I can swap out for diamond gear. But it's mostly the... I think it's a copper helmet I've got. I don't know. What do people use copper for in Minecraft, by the way? No more Chainsaw Man meme coverage. Sumito wash now. Sag. Guys, the idea is that I'll cover all the same topics that I would have in my weekly videos. It's just going to be in a podcast format. You know? I would do more Chainsaw Man news if the fucking series didn't end, and you know I would. You know I would. Always like the shorts. I originally found your channel through the pizza costume short and the Sounding with Sumito podcast episode on Beef Boys. Really? That's what you found my channel from? Was one short video that I've only made like 5 or 6 shorts, was one short video and a feature on the Beef Boys podcast? That's crazy. You might be the first person ever to say that you discovered me / my channel through something other than the Internet Historian collabs. Chat, someone fact check me. He has to be the first guy ever, right? Why are there so many cows here? How come the sheep look drastically different, but the cows look mostly the same? That's pretty encouraging. Shorts yield results. Let's hope so, guys. I've got a bunch of shorts that have been edited over the weekend. I'm going to have one go up every day this week. And so ideally, it'll be like Spodcast episode goes up on Monday. And then you'll get shorts content from it to try to like pollinate that Spodcast episode through the week. And then once I get that down to like, you know, pretty rhythmic, like I'm used to it, it's easy for me, then I'll try to also work in some of the normal, you know, not podcast videos on topics that I didn't cover in the podcast, basically. Or maybe I'll try to do like bigger commentary stuff. I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I just checked the logistics. Yeah, he's the only one. Yeah. This is legit chill. I'm glad to hear that. Perhaps consider watching for 8 hours straight. Copper is like a decorative block, can be used for lightning rods and such. I saw the first one as the Internet Historian episodes, but love those ones as well. I'm sorry, Sumito Media, I failed you. Nah. It's fine. It's fine. You guys can't do all the heavy lifting. At the end of the day, if we want to get 100 million views an episode, you know, the 30 of us in the stream can't just watch it a million times each. You know, there's only so much we can do. Ow. Oh man, it's gonna be a fucking endeavor, isn't it? Maybe I should make a quick like dump chest. Or maybe I should just sleep through the night so that it's not dark. Careful what you wish for. I just saw the halal pussy word short and it was a pretty great segment. Yeah, that's a real thing that happened, by the way. That's like not a bit that I'm playing up for the memes. That is dead ass a thing that happened. I think I will make a garbage where's my wood? Huh. 15 oak planks? Is that really all I got? There's some wood. Make one of these, and then we'll just use that to drop fucking, like, flowers and shit in. Are you putting all Spods on Spotify? So every Spodcast that I do from this point on, yes, is going to be audio on Spotify. The videos on Spotify takes a little bit more, it takes a lot longer. I'm trying to do them, but they're going to be going up later. Not like I'm not doing them every day. I've got 2 more going up right now. But it's, they take longer. They take longer. So they'll be going up later than they will on YouTube. But yes, everything should also be on Spotify. Everything's also on Apple Podcasts. You know, watch it wherever you want to. We could buy ads in Tokyo Square and Times Square to promote the Spodcast. I'm not against that. I think if we get to a point where we have like a lot of people supporting on Patreon and the Spodcast gets really popular, I think something like that would be really cool. Just to take a photo, just to have a photo in front of it and be like, look, Ma, I made it, you know, to like show my mom, unironically. But I definitely want the show to be a little bit better first. You know, I don't want this to become something that gets 10 episodes and then we never upload it again. You know? Want to do everything I can to make it good, do everything I can to get it out there, get people watching. And obviously I'm going to do my best to pick good topics, make it funny, blah, 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 whatever. Andrew seems to be really enjoying himself, so I'm not worried about... I'm not too worried about Andrew being like, I don't want to do this anymore, and then it's back to just me, right? So everything's looking good so far, guys. Everything's looking good so far. It's just really just a matter of keep doing it and hope the numbers go up. But I'm doing a little bit more than hoping this time. I'm making the shorts. I'm not just posting them on shorts, by the way. I'm also posting them on my TikTok. I'm also posting them on my Instagram. I think I'm going to also post them on Twitter. Like, I think I'm going to, like, really, you know, make an effort here. I'm going to tell my kids this was Sumito Media. It is. No SoundCloud. I'm out. I use a podcast distributor. Oh, wait, no, I still need to set it up on individual websites. So, yeah, you're right. No SoundCloud, Kappa. Did you watch the UFC last weekend? No, I thought it was on late. I didn't realize it was on so early. I, like, woke up at 2 o'clock and it was over. I forgot it was in fucking Australia, right? I saw that JDM lost, though, which is really unfortunate. But now that means JDM with like a really good record loses to Islam and now is like basically going to be forgotten. Israel Adesanya hasn't had any good wins since losing his belt, so he's going to be pretty much forgotten. Dricus du Plessis is probably never fucking fighting again, you know what I mean? Like, all these guys that look like they were going to be really good champions just bumped into Chimaev, Strickland, Islam, and now they're like not, you know, they lost like all their star power in like one fight. Isn't that crazy? You gonna take on the whole hill, huh? I listen, do you want a cool ocean sea market or not? Like, we gotta make the space for it. Like, what is the point? What is the point? Imagine being Riverside, having that house and not being able to see the fucking river. Would you not be mad? I hope you do make an effort. Your content is chill, and I don't think you have near enough of an audience for the entertainment you provide. Listen, I don't want to be cocky, but I agree with you. I really do think I should be getting more than 10,000 views on like my normal meme videos. It's like, I understand if the Spodcast doesn't do those numbers because it's new, but like, you're telling me meme video, you know, the latest Chainsaw Man thing, you're telling me that video really deserves less than 10,000 views? Really? That's video number 550 of making nothing but meme videos on my YouTube channel. There's 160,000 subscribers. Did that video really only deserve 7,000 views? Really? Like, is that kind of fucked up? I don't know. I do feel like there's something going on there, but I can only bitch and cry for so long. Now I'm making an effort. YouTube wants shorts, I'll make the shorts. YouTube wants longer videos, I'll make the podcast. It's fine. Here's the big thing. I like doing it. It's a lot of fun. Being able to just chat about stuff and not have to worry about, oh, is this going to be edited? Oh, are people going to click off if I spend this much time talking about it? It's like really nice to just be able to speak your thoughts and stuff. It's really fun. JDM lost, but the GOAT Steve Erceg won, so the universe is balanced. I want to see, I want to see Chimaev fight again. I want to see the fucking Pereira heavyweight fight is what I want to see. A 7 a.m. card feels mental. That said, is better than making Leon fight at 5 a.m. their time. Leon's another one, right? Leon's another one that's like unbelievable win over Usman. Middling win over Colby Covington. It wasn't a fun fight, but everybody's just happy to see Covington lose, right? And then insta loss. Very unfortunate. Also, Usman, I feel like since losing the belt, I mean, he's like still fighting. He's still talking like he's going to come back. He hasn't had any good wins since losing to Leon and then losing to Chimaev, right? Has Usman won any? Has Usman fought since the Chimaev fight? Can't you make dynamite? I never use it in game. You can, but you need gunpowder. And are you telling me that you're not enjoying watching me delete a bunch of blocks? Is this not satisfying for you? This is doing a lot for my little unmedicated brain. What are you hoping for view-wise for this podcast? Say 20 plus episodes in? The big benefit for the Spodcast is that, in my opinion, it's a very natural transition to the Patreon. Because we do a bonus episode for every episode on the Patreon. So the patrons get a bonus episode every week. And it's very easy to make. It's very easy to record. And it's very easy to be like, hey, I want to cover this topic about an OnlyFans model, but all the pictures are going to be naked. Oh, well, guess what? That's the podcast. That's the Patreon. Boom. Can't put it on YouTube. Boom. Goes on Patreon. It's so natural. It's so easy. It's such a seamless transition. That's the thing that I'm really excited for, is like, there's not a huge reason for you to subscribe to my Patreon from the normal Sumito Media videos, you know, aside from whatever videos I get around to making. But because we can do the videos at the same time with the Schmodcast, it's like, you know, double benefit for everybody. So if the views on the Schmodcast got the same amount of views that I got on my normal videos, that's to say, you know, 15, 20,000, 20 videos in. But that resulted in more people that would subscribe on Patreon, like, I would not worry about, oh no, I'm not getting enough views anymore. Because I'd be making enough money. So I'd be like, who cares? Let's just make the show good. The issue with the YouTube videos is because they don't all necessarily get people to subscribe on Patreon, a 20,000 view video doesn't always make money. You know, getting 50,000 views, getting a video that does double the amount of views doesn't always make double the amount of money. And then it's kind of like, why am I even making the effort to do that then? If it's harder, or if I have to cover topics that are bigger, you know? That's kind of the concern. So I would love to see the Schmodcast do 10, 20,000 views. 20 episodes in, if it was doing 10, 20,000 views with how much longer it is, I think they would be making more money just on YouTube AdSense than my normal videos, just because they're so much longer. But realistically, I think, you know, covering internet news, you know, keeping you up to date while trying to be a little bit funny, I think me and Andrew have a good chemistry. I mean, I could see it doing 100,000 views an episode. If you told me a year from now it was doing 100,000 views an episode, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, did I get Mr. Beast? What did we change? What massive difference did we make in the format that resulted in that change? I'd be like, yeah, I believe that. Just talking about internet news, keeping people updated, keeping it funny, making bits, making jokes, making shorts. I could see that alone doing 100,000 an episode. Honest, you know? Doing Minecraft? Yeah, doing a little, you know, we're making the old Sumito Media Minecraft world a little prettier. You know how it is. I gotta scroll up because I think I missed some messages. You should start watching One Championship. 4-ounce gloves, Muay Thai, and the Japanese kickboxers are sick. I watch their highlights, but I don't catch them live. It's like a self-repeating cycle. My grandpa complained to me about TV, but touch grass. Me complained about kids watch stream, but play games. And now Sumito chill content losing to 6'7", looks maxing, and AI. It's the worst. But what can you do? I would love podcast episodes with you as the only host too. Not that I dislike your co-host. I've been looking for a podcast with a single host for ages, but couldn't find any. I will inevitably have to do that too. Like, I'll do bonus episodes that are just me talking about a topic, either because Andrew isn't available or because it's something that I have a scripted thing I want to talk about. Basically what my normal videos are, right? Just me talking about a thing, but I'm going to make them more podcast-esque, by which I mean more relaxed. Gotta get the kids ready for bed. See you later, Sumito. If you're still streaming, see you, guy. I'll probably be here. I love the Schmodcast. I love you, chatter. First we mine, then we craft. We're doing no mining, by the way. I refuse to enter a cave. I will be building, and then I will be building. What was it again you thought Scientology was again? Not Clearwater? What was it you thought Scientology was again? I think Clearwater, the thing that Andrew looked up, was what I was thinking of. Was that town that was such a big base of Scientology people that they basically were the governing body in that town. What Andrew pulled up sounded like what I was thinking of. Usman beat Buckley. Usman did beat Buckley. Yeah. I remember that. But his second big win since 2021 was saying he had beaten Chimaev with a full camp. I think it's possible. I think everybody's looking at Chimaev like he's not like a finishing machine. He's just a really good wrestler. I do think it's messed up that Usman couldn't beat him even with Chimaev having injured his hand. I do think there's a world where with a full camp and Chimaev injuring his hand, Usman could have won that time. But Chimaev not injuring his hand and Usman having a full camp, I don't know if it necessarily goes Usman's way. That being said, I don't think Chimaev is finishing anybody who has good wrestling. Like, he finished, oh no, my shovel. He finished that, who's that Asian guy? Ling? The guy who got matched up against him because Chimaev got in a fight with fucking Kevin Holland or something? And just got dominated? That's like the worst of Chimaev, right? But like, against DDP, he never looked like he was going to beat DDP. He just looked like oppressive wrestling. Against Usman, he never looked like he was going to beat Usman. It just looked like oppressive wrestling. So I think up against guys who can actually wrestle, he's probably not very dangerous. Thoughts? Fair, the caves for me are the scariest part. Yes, I'm a grown man who gets scared of Minecraft. Bro, I'm playing on peaceful. You don't need to explain yourself to me, buddy. What's going on, Sen Patriarch? I was laughing out loud when you were essentially guessing. Did I not get some of that right? Was I not thinking of Clearwater? What? Oh, right. I made a separate chest for my tools. Do I just get myself a new efficiency shovel using emeralds? Or do I use one of these? What do I got? A normal non-enchanted shovel. I could use that. Sure. Sure. Is it a little slower? Sure. Actually, I'm digging a lot of dirt. Maybe it does make sense to just go get an efficiency shovel. Where is my toolsmith? Toolsmith? Here. Efficiency shovel. 8 emeralds. Not bad. Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to get 2, but I'm just not going to for now. The leech. Yeah, Li Jilang. That is the most dominant Chimaev looks. Is up against people who can't wrestle for shit, and he just smothers them and finishes them through wrestling. But against DDP, did he look like he was going to kill DDP? No, he couldn't finish him, right? Against Usman, same thing. So I really do think there's going to come to a point where Chimaev's going to have to go up against somebody who has really good wrestling and has the power to knock him out. Usman's never really been known as a knockout artist, aside from that one knockout of Jorge Masvidal, right? He's very much been a points guy. I think if he ran it back with DDP, DDP could win. Is that stupid? I think if you give Dricus a second shot at Chimaev, now that he knows, hey, this guy won't choke me out as soon as he takes me down, I can defend him for 5 rounds. I think DDP plays a little bit more aggressive. He could absolutely beat Chimaev. I do not think he's this gigantic boogeyman. Mugenics got kind of blocky. Why do you guys keep saying Mugenics like I've never played any other game? You want more Mugenics? I mean, I haven't even touched Act 3. But I'm going to be honest, I've spent so much time breeding the cats. I think it's all going to be pretty easy because I've got some pretty crazy mutations. I've got almost perfect cats. A fish in sea shovel? Yes. Yes. Why did nobody tell me this mountain was so big, by the way? Bring back Gilbert Burns. It's the only way. I almost read Gilbert Gottfried when you wrote that for some reason. You think Burns beats Chimaev? Isn't Burns the guy Chimaev stood and didn't take down for 3 rounds? Didn't that fight happen already? Anime GTA thoughts? That sounds lit. I'd play that. Would you not play that? I'm confused. This mountain's kind of big. This mountain do be a lot bigger than I anticipated it would be. Chimaev versus Burns was sick. That was the last time Chimaev looked interesting. My opinion. I mean, the DDP fight was crazy, right? DDP Fight was crazy. That was fun to watch, even though it was boring, right? Incredibly indicative of the worst parts of mixed martial arts, which is not fighting to win, but instead fighting not to lose, right? I think we saw that on full display with that fight. But the gravitas of, you know, Dricus beating Islam. Dricus beat Sean, right? Like, Dricus was looking at becoming, like, higher than Israel Adesanya in the middleweight game if he beat Chimaev, right? For that reason, that fight was like, oh my god, it's crazy. But the actual fight was fucking loser city shit, yeah. I'm gonna put down a fucking torch. I feel like it's a little too dark. When is the White House card? May, June, July? 2 more months? It's in July, right? That is gonna be a giant fucking disaster. My opinion, I think it's gonna be a giant fucking disaster. Sumito MMA Dia coming soon? Probably not. I do like talking about like the biggest fights, but when I listen to MMA podcasts, they're talking about like motherfuckers I've never heard of and getting excited about motherfuckers that look like you should not be getting excited about. I kind of like the celebrity star power big name fighters and watching those guys fight. But even when I'm watching big numbered events, I kind of get bored during the prelims. You know, so I don't know if I'm actually that big of an MMA head. You know what I mean? You know bedtime MMA? No, what is that? Guys, this world is gonna look so fucking good once we get everything together. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna blow your fucking mind. Do blows to the balls straight at many kudos? I don't know. I don't understand what that sentence means at all. Are you saying if me and Many Kudos got into an MMA fight, I should be going straight for his balls? I'm genuinely confused. I have no idea what that sentence means. It's like America and a Super Bowl in their blood, but not everyone is really invested. It depends on who you are. I think the older you get and the more you kind of realize, hey, my life fucking sucks, the more mundane shit you try to fill your day with. You know, it's not that anybody actually wants to give a shit about football. It's just like, if I don't give a shit about football, I have to think about how much my kids hate me, my wife doesn't love me, I make no fucking money, my car's broken, you know? So it's just easier to be like, yeah, go Birds. So I think that's a lot of what it is. A lot of people are like really shitty people and they need absolutely any excuse to be friends with someone else. So it's like, hey man, you into the Buccaneers? And they're like, yeah, I guess. And they're like, okay, that's gonna be the thing that ties our friendship together now. We're Buccaneers fans, you know? He's a really funny, very memey MMA YouTuber who does really good fight impressions. Really? Maybe I should check him out. Many Kudos is the next victim weight champion trust. I don't know if that's a real weight class, bro. This is looking so much better already. I don't care about fighting that I would watch Kudos versus Sumet. Kudos versus Sumet in what, though, if we're not fighting? In Counter-Strike? Would we be 1v1ing in Dota? What are you saying? Super Smash Bros. Melee. I think Kudos would probably beat my ass. I'm not a huge fighting game guy, but especially in Melee, I was pretty bad at Melee just playing amongst my friends and stuff. Kudos plays Melee pretty regularly. Or maybe not pretty regularly, but like he says that he plays against some of the guys in the Cold One's office, and he says they go really... They're really good. And he says he has a hard time keeping up with them. So if he's regularly playing against people that are really good, he's going to be worlds better than me. Because I haven't played in 10 fucking years, you know what I mean? I don't think many Kudos can fight. Look at the man, he's got a perfect kissing lip, more of a lover, less of a fighter. He's like not fat though. I think just by proxy of like not being out of shape, he could probably take me on a fight pretty easily simply because I am pretty out of shape. I don't know. I think it depends on the ticket sales. If enough people buy into the fight, I'd take a dive. Oh my god, look at how much more there is to go! This is ridiculous.
That's a lot of nuts!
Sumitorev, hey Sumit, and chat, how we doing?
Neo Nemphis, thanks so much for the 4-month sub, broski. Thank you for staying on the hyenas. I'm doing all right, man. We're just polishing up some stuff over on the old Minecraft world. How you doing? I would spar you and allow you to KO me in front of the Huz, Unk. I don't think I would be able to make it look believable, but I appreciate that. Don't think for a second I don't appreciate that. I do. I just think it would be a really obvious dive because I don't even really know how to throw a punch. In an actual ring with like people who know what they're doing, they're gonna be like, that guy didn't swing his hips at all. What the fuck? He didn't even sit down on that punch. That guy's taking a dive. More weight means more punch DPS. All you need is a lucky crit. I mean, if we're talking lucky crits, I mean, I've got the weight to throw some solid body weight behind a punch. I just don't think it's gonna happen. How's it not daytime yet? Okay, chat. Is there a villager NPC that sells you explosive? And would it actually save us any time? Doing pretty good things. Haven't played Minecraft in a minute, but always a good thing. Yeah, I like playing Minecraft because it's easy to talk to chat. That's really the main reason we're doing it. Little bit of slow progress. I'm beautifying my world at the same time. Can't complain. Boy, do I wish I had a sandwich or a hot dog or something, though. Telling you, blow to the sack, he'll drop. So that was what you were saying. My fucking wisdom teeth on my left side are like hurting my jaw a lot. It's been that way since yesterday. And I think I'm also congested. So the entire left side of like my ear and shit is just no bueno. Don't worry, man. My friend got famous. Consistently get 999 on a punching machine in the night market. He'll hook those up and train you to 100% crit rate and put those weight to use. See, that's a plan I can get behind. That feels realistic. I think I could pull that off. Yeah. All right, we gotta get a new pickaxe if we want to keep going now. Let's collect our scraps. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Wait, no. Wait, big progress. Look at that. We're like halfway through the biggest part of the mountain already. I can see the fucking tops of the buildings. Wait, we've made good progress. Look at that. We're going to have to sort of terraform a little bit with dirt, but... Is this a baby villager? I've never seen one of them before. Chat, if I take 2 efficiency picks like this to repair them, will it stay as an efficiency pick or no? Will it just become a normal pick? I need my fucking toolsmith. I also need to dump my materials. Mr. Toolsmith. Send me a tool, da 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 da. Give me a tool so I don't feel like a fool. Do 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 do. Efficiency 2. It's a lot of emeralds. But we can check our melon farm. Oh, big melon farm haul. And this will hopefully replenish some of our missing emeralds. What? Fletcher? Where's my farmer? There's one. Oh my god, where are my good farmers? Dumbass stuck in the middle of nowhere. Dude! That's quite the setup you have there? What setup? Oh, the melon farm? Yeah, that's like the one thing I took the time to do. I don't like mining for diamonds and stuff. I get real sad when I die and I lose my diamonds. And so, what I've done is set up that melon farm to give me an unlimited amount of melons and watermelons so that I can trade it with these traders to get emeralds. And with my farmer specifically, I can get a bunch of emeralds just for my watermelons and pumpkins that I can then use on diamond tools. And that way, when I die and lose diamond stuff, I don't cry. That's all the fucking pumpkins he'll buy. Where's my other farmer? This is why I have 2, is because you can't sell all of them to one guy. And this guy isn't buying fucking... I hate you guys. I can't find the other farmer. I guess it's fine. It's not like we need emeralds right this second. Are you in here? None of these guys are farmers. Oh my god. Oh, here's one. I hate you guys. Okay, whatever. I'll just do this later. I'll just do it later. It's not a problem. All right, just need to get... Oh my god, it's such an eyesore, man. Get out of the way, you big blocky fuck. There's my tree farm, by the way. There's a beehive on that one that I didn't put. So now I don't want to touch the trees because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'll need a bee farm in the future, but if I do, there it is, you know? Alright. Back to terraforming, I guess. Go from... Okay. Okay, buddy. My bad. My bad. That's not what I meant to do. You're not angry, are you? Nah, he's fine. He's fine. He's good. So what have we got? We've gone through an entire diamond shovel and an entire diamond pickaxe at this point, right? What the fuck? Oh, that's the torch. Dude, I thought that was a burning zombie. Da, da, da. What would your arch nemesis look like? Probably just me with a goatee. You know? Alright, the golem seems to have forgotten about my previous transgressions, which is good. So I watch a man go through a diamond shovel and a diamond pick. Bro, I didn't even break one in my own playthrough. I mean, we're moving a lot of blocks, man. You know, it's not very often that you're like, hey, I'm just going to dig out that entire mountain. But when you're trying to make, you know, when you're trying to make a house feel like a home, you got to go the extra mile and do a little terraforming. Is this music Masayoshi Takanaka? I hope not, because it's supposed to be royalty-free lo-fi music, so... Guess I could check. It is... I don't know, because it's a 2-hour playlist, so I don't know what song is playing right this second. Dun, 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 dun. So how many of you guys have watched a YouTube short and then discovered a YouTube channel by watching a short? Like, you watched a short first, you didn't know they had a YouTube channel, and now you watch their full videos. Because I think for me, that has happened maybe twice. I follow some shorts channels? Really? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be that surprised, because it's like, of course that's what people do. That's why shorts get billions of views. But that's still so crazy to me. Oh. I try to avoid short form content, but it still happened once or twice. Yeah, there is that whole... That's the other thing I'm kind of worried about, is like, a lot of people seem to have a pretty strong distaste for short form content in general, not just, you know, obviously when they say that, they mean like the brain rot, valueless, attention grabbing content, but like people write off short form altogether. So it's like, am I behind the curve by starting short form? Rarely, I don't like shorts. I think I told you this. I mean, you've been in my Twitch chat for 30 fucking years, man. You probably have. I can't remember all of it. I think it's the sheer volume of recommendations you get in one sitting.
That's a lot of nuts!
Yeah, sure.
Shorts get weird sometimes. Big wiener.
Michael67801, thanks so much for the 27 months, broski. Shorts do be weird. That Fruit Love Island thing, I feel like it's been talked to death because everybody and their mom made a video about it, but still feel like it's important to understand that that is an indication of the end of times. You know what I mean? There's this one who shows Chinese doing stuff, food, ink, soap, tea, and people go crazy in the comments when they do paste. I have a few TikTok or YouTube Shorts guys that are just like Chinese farmers, or they own like a candy store or something, and I do like watching them dick around. That is fun. Also, when there's not, people be commenting shit like, brother, I don't think I can go much longer. It's been 5 days without paste. I need it for nutrition. Yeah, there's this one guy, 80 Baozi. I think they call him Mr. Baozi. And whenever he posts like early in the morning in China, which I guess is like late at night here in the US. And so all of his comments are like, you know the rules, guys. Watch this TikTok and then go to bed. And everybody uses it as like a, oh, Mr. Baozi just posted. Must be pretty late. Which I think is endearing. I do the same thing with League of Legends streamers. When I see the European guys come online and start streaming, I'm like, oh, fuck, it's pretty late, isn't it? Yeah, we're getting pretty close to this big water thing, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it. Progress be damned. I seen the other day there's this pasta company who does playlists with songs that time the cook time needed for pasta. Ooh, pretty smart, pretty smart. Oh, there's fucking coal in here. Nice. We can use that for coaling. We should use streamers as our reverse roosters. Instead of cooing when it's time to wake up, they go online when it's time to sleep. That is how I use some of the EU streamers, but you have to imagine it's bad business for the streamer. You go live and 10,000 people just, all right, heading to bed. Thanks for coming online. Fuck you. That'd be pretty discouraging, you know? I'm so fucking hungry all of a sudden. Oh, Sumet is online. Better fucking go to bed. Yeah, exactly. Who could have known? What's the best time for me to stream for you guys, by the way? I think the best time for me is to try to stream at like 10, 11 a.m. my time and then get off around 4 or 5, so I'm off streaming about the time that my wife gets off work. But the alternative would be pretty late at night, like 10, 11 p.m. Either way, it'd be, I could do a longer stream in the morning, like 6, 8 hours. At night, it'd probably be closer to 4 hours, and it'd be like around midnight Eastern. Which one of those fills a gap of, yeah, I could do with something to watch around that time for you guys? Late night Sumito gets sleepy. You talking about me or you talking about you? I don't know if I've felt sleepy since high school, bro. It's 2:14 a.m. in Egypt, Lamau, so I'm basically a hypocrite for saying that. Okay, yeah, maybe Egypt standard time might be a little bit difficult to accommodate for. Yapping into the AM. Listen, the best thoughts come out. Listen, my biggest issue is that if Moon is not streaming, I have nothing to watch after 7 p.m. I'm not watching Late Night Tyler 1. Not watching any of the fucking Boomer, Summit, Soda Pop. Not watching any of those guys. If Moon's not streaming, I get antsy. So I understand the vibe of like, you know, you need some shit to watch at night. I can be that guy. I'm typically playing League of Legends anyway, you know? We can do funny ARAM builds. That's literally what I do anyway. Inventory's getting a little full. I got into the Beasties VTubers. Beasties VTubers? Who are they? They be streaming 24/7. I think it's gonna be hard to keep up with VTubers. I'm like an adult with like a wife and like extended family I gotta take care of. It's hard for me to stream 12 hours a day. If I knew what hours like people would watch, I could probably pretty easily do 6 hours a day if I could just accommodate for it. But 12 hours would be crazy. Even 10 hours would be hard to do every day. I could try, though. I'm not saying no. I could try. I think I'm on the same time zone as you, to be honest. I need something to watch on the weekends. Weekends I can do. I'm a night owl. Okay. Julito, first of all, I'm going to choke you to death. Weekends are fine, but in the morning or late at night was the question. I'm a night owl personally, would welcome a nighttime stream, but I also work from home, so I'm not a good demographic to plan against since it's too flexible. What's the least rival time frame? It's just you guys, you know? If we get the average, you know, the regular 10, 15 people, we can build our way up to a couple hundred people watching, you know? It doesn't matter so much how many people watch because it depends on how many people chat. So it's doubly important that, you know, we're streaming at a time that, like, you specifically, the people in chat right now would be able to watch. I gotta do something about this too. Like, I dug it out because it was uneven and really close to the houses, but now it's just a cliff, and I don't think that's necessarily any better. Carryu Crocodile, Pia, Barry VTuber gang, with the shtick being that they're all monster girls. That sounds so cool. If I stream later at night as well, because Andrew is on Alaskan time, then you'll also be able to see some dual streams with me and Andrew playing some shit. I feel weirdly recognized. Thanks, Sumito. You guys are important, man. You think I'd be streaming if nobody was watching? You think that's how this works? Where my fucking torch? Give me a torch, man. Get over here. Getting a little too dark. People with strict schedules, please come forward. You are needed. Yeah, everybody who's not currently chatting, chat right now and tell me why. Also, give me your mother's credit card information and the 3 numbers on the back and the expiration date. Was you a big Backstreet Boys fan? I was. I don't know if it was a big Backstreet Boys fan. Like, I didn't, like, know all of their music or anything. I just remember when Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were both, like, popular. I was very... Backstreet Boys are way better than NSYNC, even though I only knew, like, 2 of their songs, you know? No Way, Yes Way. I also like unironically listen to everybody. To Backstreet's Back. I think that song's like an insane classic. They knocked it out of the fucking park with that. I'm Central Time and I tune in when I can. We appreciate you here at the Hyena Central. Could this be any bigger of a mountain? Holy shit. Give me the ox. I'm putting on Poppy. Go for it. One rule, you have to not get the VOD muted. Oh, not so easy now, is it? That's a bang. It's a banger, right? VOD will 100% get muted, but it's worth it. You know what? Fuck it. My issue is not so much the VOD getting muted, although that is annoying. It's that I don't know how it works on YouTube, but don't they like just disable your live stream live if you get a copyright strike from too big of a name? Anybody enough of a YouTube live watcher to know how that works? Backstreet's Back might be one of the GOATs. It's crazy good, right? It's like not even like a boy band song. It's just like an honest to God, pretty solid pop song. It's like good. Everybody. If I play that shit, will the fucking YouTube live stream be taken down instantly? That's the concern. You know? And we'll never truly know. I don't know if I gotta take it down to sea level or just like make it low enough that it's more of a hill rather than a mountain. Like we're gonna have to build probably up to that anyway, right? Hard to tell, hard to tell. I've had it to where they say they'll take down the stream, but it doesn't seem like they always commit. It depends on the takedown. Like, if the music that you play is one of those ones that's like, hey, we're gonna take the revenue, but we're not gonna block the video, then obviously that's not gonna do anything. But there are some songs that are like, if you use this song, not only are we taking the money from the video, but we're also blocking you in every country. And those are the ones that I imagine that, like, if it gets blocked in every country, I think it might affect your ability to keep your live stream up. I think those are the really dangerous ones. And you don't know. You don't know which is which. They don't tell you in advance. You just find out when they take down your fucking live stream or video. Boo, that sucks. That's one of the many reasons why people don't like streaming on YouTube. If you react to somebody's YouTube video, or if somebody's like, hey, can you play this video so we can watch it all together? It's no problem on Twitch. No problem at all. You can play whatever music you want. Worst case, after the live stream, the VOD, the playback video will get muted in those places. But on YouTube, like, they treat a live stream like an active video. They'll take down your live stream while you're live if you're reacting to a YouTube video that's like, hey, if you detect this video on anybody's YouTube channel, delete them, you know? They should have a better system, I think. Not even a better, they should have a worse system. The system's too good. At least don't scrub my live stream for copyright stuff until after it's ended, you know? Thanks for the podcast post on YouTube. I didn't get the notification of the last 2 episodes. You're welcome. I made that post for you guys. I got a comment on that post that was like, I'm not going to watch this. Let me know when you give up and go back to your old style. I was like, okay, thanks, bro. Very comforting. Also, you could do that channel that hides the audio for the VOD on Twitch, although I guess that's always at risk of being removed, I guess. You can do that for Twitch because Twitch VODs allow for that. You can't do that for YouTube. And I don't particularly care if the Twitch VODs get muted because, you know, it's the YouTube VODs are better anyway, right? It's the YouTube VODs that I got to worry about. So far, it's not that big an issue. We just, you know, we just don't play music. It is what it is. But like we wouldn't really be able to do like live reactions of other people's YouTube videos until I learn a little bit more about how to make sure that's going to be chill for us. Okay. Does it look a little bit like shit? Yeah. But it's leveled. More or less. That's like taking away your balls while you're nutting. I don't know if that's the first way I would describe it, but yeah. Yeah, chatter. Delete that commenter? Nah, that's fine. He's just being honest. He's just being honest. Okay, so now we got to figure out what we want to do about this farm, maybe? Go drop these materials over at the old material house. And grab ourselves another batch of I need a new pick. Probably need a new shovel as well. Ideally, we get a little bit more emeralds from the old farmer here. Got a stack. Nice. On that note, what's the best platform to provide feedback from a viewer perspective standpoint if you're looking for it to where it doesn't sound snobbish like that and more of a helpful perspective? Just send it to me in Twitch chat. Just you don't gotta buttercoat it, buddy. Just tell it to me straight. Why do I suck? Why do you never want to watch me? Why do you tell your friends I'm the worst YouTuber? You can just tell me. It's fine. Where the fuck is where are my farmers? Also need one of you. And might as well get a shovel too, right? Where are my farmers? There's 3 of them over here. Cool graphics. Love the iron golems. The iron golems are chill. I do feel like the villagers are a little bit it feels like they got lipstick on or something. Oh my god, where is the other? There you are. This is the same farmer, by the way. That's why he's not letting me trade anymore. That is the same farmer from earlier. I gotta level up some of these other farmers when I get spare emeralds to make it so they also trade for pumpkins and shit. Gotta be shitting me. Okay, so if I take a efficiency 1 shovel and another efficiency 1 shovel for repair, it does not give me an efficiency 1 shovel. Okay, so you lose the enchant. So there's no real reason to repair these things. In the field, at least. To be a better stream, you must show the cat. My cats aren't in here. I think they're hanging out with my wife. Usually my cat's sitting right on top of my PC, but not today. I wonder if they hate me. Very sad indeed. So here's the big wall, guys. Here's where you can see how much of an eyesore this hill is. Everything from this part of the village is like you can't even see the water because of it. That's why we're doing all this. I guess we'll take out the long side of it. Let's try to cut down like this. What are you guys doing for dinner today? I'm in the mood for a deep fried pizza. Oh, guys, I had fish and chips for the first time. Give or take for the first time last week. They opened this fish and chip shop in the Union Market in DC. It's like this big food court. And I saw them on TikTok. It's owned by like an Irish dude. And they've got like proper triple battered fish and chips. Malt vinegar, mushy peas. They had iron brew. All sorts of stuff that I thought I'd only be able to try once I like visited the UK. But they got them here in DC and it was great. Very oily, very hot. Mushy peas kind of just tasted like beans. I didn't try the iron brew because I wanted to get a Red Bull and I was like, I don't want to be buying 3 drinks here. But the fish and chips were great. I see why everybody's about it. Huge fish and chips fan. No beans on toast? They did have beans on toast. They did have beans on toast with proper Heinz beans and everything. It was like a real, hey, Americans, come try European food sort of situation. I got a shepherd's pie. And I got an order of the fish and chips. I made chicken kebabs. Ooh, nice. I might get fucking not kebabs. I might get fucking no. Fuck. I've got leftover like we went to a Brazilian Lebanese kebab place and I've got a bunch of leftover like roasted chicken from that. So I actually fuck. My dinner's already set. I got to eat that before it goes bad. We'd be trying out Pokemon Champions. Remind me what that is? I don't think I've heard of that. Oh, it is Taco Tuesday. Fuck. Fuck. I could do with tacos. I would love some tacos. Did I get a, Ow. I really feel like I need some light.
That's a lot of nuts!
Woo, Toxic. Thanks for the giant super chat, bro. Iron Brew is the most confusing beverage I've ever had. It's not bad, but it's not something I'd ever want more than 1 can a year. I've never tried it. I really should have, but like I already wanted a Diet Coke to wash down the thing in case I didn't like Iron Brew, so I didn't get it. But I read that like Iron Brew's like the only country where Coke isn't the #1 soft drink is apparently in Ireland, or maybe it's Scotland, I don't remember. I think it's Ireland. And instead of Coke, it's Iron Brew. 50 bones, 50 bones. Bro, single-handedly keeping the Sumito Media show alive. We appreciate that, my dear hyena. Yeah, it's Scotland, right? So they're big into Iron Brew over there. I had to look up what that even is. Yeah, I mean, if you're not in the UK, you might not even have seen Iron Brew before. My wife also got a thing, some sort of fruit thing. It looked like a sparkling water or something. She said that she's only seen them in Pakistan. She didn't think she'd see them in the US. They had a lot of like import stuff. That was pretty cool. I might fuck around and go back. I could do with a fucking fish and chip again. It was crazy greasy though. Stupidly oily. And like, yeah, no duh, because it's like deep fried. Like, I get that. But also, there's just so much batter on the fish. It just soaks it up like a giant greasy piece of bread. All right, are we making good progress? Anton, thanks so much for the gifted membership, broski. My rate C5429, welcome to the hyenas, bro. Ow! You can thank Anton for it. I've never even visited outside of the US. That explains it. You should try. I hear London's nice this time of year. I hear London's never nice ever, actually, is what I hear. But I think you'll still enjoy a trip. You've never been outside the US. You got to go travel somewhere, bro. Expand your horizons. Expand your mind. Expand your butthole. Huh? Thoughts? Thoughts? What's going on, Rune Viper? Every time someone mentions London, I get that Wolfenstein stabbing. Yeah. I feel that. Okay, let's go like down from here and then take out this giant fucking wall. I really want to find a place where I can find UK sweets. Hershey brought out all the big names to produce in the US. Surely you don't live anywhere near me on the East Coast, but if you do, there's a British sweet store in Clarendon. But if not, I would recommend looking for a specialty British store, because those guys can import, and then you don't need to worry about getting the American version of a British dessert or something. But I don't know if you live in like the middle of nowhere, in which case sucks. But that's what you get for lower cost of housing, is you don't get access to things like that. Edinburgh is legitimately the nicest city on the planet. I had a buddy in high school who went to university in Edinburgh. Goated donation. He truly is the hyena. I've never been. I had a layover once in London when I was like a baby. So technically I've like stepped foot in Europe, but I've never like visited.
Hi, Sumito. Would
Super
you be
Dew.
open to a content idea? No pressure. Feel free to say no.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm trying to stream more as it is, so any and all ideas are welcome. Not any and all ideas. Any ideas that are backed with 1,000 bits are completely welcome. Appreciate that, Super Dew. What you in for, buddy? Let me guess. Persona 4 Golden, the revival? It's already on the list. Do you believe in Herobrine? Unfortunately. Unfortunately. We're on a Herobrine free patch for this playthrough, though, so don't worry, gamers. At least I hope we are. Moving a giant mountain. This shit takes forever, but it'll be worth it when I get my sick ass seaside town. But for now, I gotta cut through a fucking mountain. I sincerely hope the idea is a horror game. Super Dew has been here for several years. He knows damn well it's not going to be a horror game. That man joined this stream back when I was playing Persona 4 for the first time, which was minimum 5, might be 6 years at this point. Holy shit, that man's account is from 2009? Old Twitch watcher, huh? Hi, Sumito. How's the stream been going so far? It's been great, man. Every day is a great day with you guys. I got a couple farmers here I'd like to choke to death with a rope, but aside from that, we're making really good progress on what's going to be... Like, I want to bring the... I don't know if I'll be able to cut the water in here, but we're going to do something. This is going to be like a dock. Like a big dock. Hold on, my fucking Twitch has to update for me to see the link. Oh, bro, a Justin TV account. Fuck. React to shows, but the gimmick is start with the finale, an anime or HBO show, or what have you. Trigger the fandom by not knowing who he is and what is what. 2, viewer search for episode 1 reacts or finale reacts. So the gimmick is to purely hit finale peak reacts. So I wait until a show has a finale, an anime has a finale. I don't watch any of it, and then I only watch the finale, react to it, and then upload finale reaction without knowing any character, anything, and just reacting to the last episode. That actually sounds like it would go crazy. That would be an insane bit. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 finale? But I've already seen Season 1 and 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I could do like... Fuck, I wish like My Hero Academia or something, because I'm never going to watch those shows. I wish it was something like that had a finale coming up. That'd be a good bit. That'd be a really good bit. I do worry that I might be murdered in my sleep, though. That's the thing. The Sopranos? I actually just finished season 1 of The Sopranos, and I do not think I'm going to watch through all of it. I'm like halfway through season 2, and I'm like, this isn't fun anymore. Tony Soprano kind of annoys me as a bad guy. I don't feel like I'm learning that much about the mob. This isn't as, it's not as enticing anymore. Freerun season 1 or season 2 finales? I could do that. I haven't seen Freerun yet. Am I saying that right, by the way? Freerun? Sopranos so slow and boring. It was considered a great show, but it's also 30 years old, right? So like, what the fuck did those people even know? Those people thought that Seinfeld was funny. You know what I mean? Like, you guys don't, they didn't even know what good TV was back then. They have no fucking idea what it is. You can also ask for enough likes for the finale to do the one episode prior. So basically go backwards and you can do season finales in parallel. I do like the idea of watching stuff backwards. I just love how I don't think I've ever seen somebody do that before. It's an incredibly unique idea. It's a good one, Super Do You. We gotta figure out some way to iterate on that. I like that. Down with the Friends and Seinfeld enjoyers? Don't get me started on Friends enjoyers, bro. I had an ex in high school whose favorite show was Friends. And she was like, have you seen Friends? And I was like, of course I've seen Friends. They never stop fucking playing it on TV. She was like, I have the entire thing on DVD. It's my favorite show. And I was like, I don't think this is going to work out. You're not funny enough to hang with me. I'm going to need you to watch Arrested Development so that you understand what an actually comedically put together show is like. My current wife hates Friends, and we've been together strong for 13 or 14 years now, so it's probably been like 12 or 13 years, not that long. You should watch the Christopher Nolan movie, which is on backwards. Backwards. What Christopher Nolan movie are you talking about? We are all that one person that watches reruns of The Office Friends where they got nothing else to do? Yeah. Was Friends the Big Bang Theory of the 90s? No, Friends is unironically respected as like a good comedy TV show. It's not like people look at the Big Bang Theory now and go, oh, that wasn't actually that good. But people still look at Friends like this was peak TV. Like nobody shits on Friends enough. You know? My opinion. You should play some small games like whatever they have in place of Flash games now. Yeah, I mean, usually what I do when I actually have an idea of, hey, I'm going to stream 4 times this week or whatever, is I'll get together a short list of stuff that came out this week on Steam, and then play through a bunch of games that most people probably wouldn't spend 10, 15 bucks on. And just give everybody, you know, a little peek into what the games look like while playing some new stuff. But these days where it's like I'm doing a lot of editing work and figuring out stuff for the Spodcast and YouTube Shorts and stuff in the background, it's like I needed something a little bit low maintenance today. But for sure we will switch it up and play a bunch of other stuff in the future for sure. Tenet? The Tenet is a movie that is played backwards when you watch it forwards? Check out Titanium Court that came out recently. It's a banger. I will try to remember to add that to my Steam wish list. My fucking chests are full, says the milk maiden before squirting onto my face. Yes, mommy. Eventually, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this. But for now, I guess I can just leave this here until later. You finished the mouse game? No. We could probably dump like 10 more hours into that mouse game, by the way. It's got a really long story. Speaking of watching something backwards, the Dead Island 1 trailer, best video game trailer of all time. How would I watch something backwards like that? I have to download it and then like VLC it? Does VLC have an option to play something backwards? My husband just gave me a look. I should probably put on earphones. Apologies. There will be more of that. It's already backwards? Was Dead Island? I feel like I remember everybody playing Dead Island like when it first came out or something, and then like nothing. Did that game fall off? Dead Island 1 trailer was way better than the game itself. You're saying the trailer was known for more than the game was? The game was terrible. Really? I swear I saw everybody and their mom playing it when it came out. Look at this beautiful, you see this? Little ponds of water with fucking the growing sea, and then they got, and then a house. Like, how nice would this have been if there wasn't a giant fucking mountain in the way, man? Game was ultimately mediocre. Ultimate mediocre. The initial trailer for 2 was good, just sucks Venice Beach was the only part that made it into the game. Want a link? Eh, fuck it. Let's risk the entire live stream and watch the Dead Island 1 trailer. Why not? I haven't seen it. I think I haven't seen it. February 16th, 2011. Chat, if this jump scares me, just so you know, I'm killing all of you. Where's my mouse? Here. I need to make you a teeny bit smaller. So like that. Boom. Okay, I think you guys can see about all of it. Can you guys hear this?
Peggy 18.
Wait, why is it... Motherfucker. There. I think. That good? Where's the edge of the screen? The edge of the screen is... Fuck, I gotta make... Hold on. Like that. I think. Oh, I see what you mean by it's backwards. Is that literally the only reason this came up in conversation, is because it's backwards? That's how we got to this? Dead Island is a good franchise. Y'all are delusional. Really? Interesting. We've got both takes here. Man, if there's one way you're gonna sell zombies, it's boobs and bikinis. Am I right, chat? I have to say, with this already playing backwards, did they need to intersparse in? That's pretty cool. Here's Johnny. Is this the original music? It's a re-upload by a YouTuber, so maybe not. I mean, I don't see how it wouldn't be. There's a whole nother minute. Or 15 seconds or so. That's a pretty cool trailer. That's a pretty cool trailer. I'll give you that. I think the original music was copyrighted. Well, GG chat. It's been fun streaming for you guys, but now we're gonna get deleted. It sets up Dead Island to have that level of emotional turmoil when it does not have it. Yeah, I can see the dissonance that would result if the game did not live up to that trailer. But like, what game does? You know?
That's a lot of nuts!
Anton, thanks for another gifted Sumito Media membership. Who did that one go to? Edentvire7013. Welcome to the fucking hyenas, baby. Ow! Here, the other side of this, Anton, thank you so much, is like, surely people that stream on YouTube do reacts, right? It's not like they don't. Surely they do. So, like, some people must be getting away with it, so I don't think it's that strict. I wish I understood the rules. Was anybody here for the early days of the Sumito Media streams where we would just watch street food vlogs? We'd just watch Mark Wiens and people eating Japanese street food for like 6 hours every night when I got home from my engineering job. You guys remember that fucking 5-6 years ago? Was anybody here for that? I don't think any of you guys were here for that. We gotta bring that back. Oh, Super Dew probably has, right? 5 years, 1 month. Yeah, that it was a little bit before the Persona era. Yeah, Super Dew has been here forever, man. I've been streaming forever, man. Got you covered. Owe you that for the Dead Island slander. We're allowed to have takes. Guys, the worst are here's what I think is the issue. You know why I'm not the biggest YouTuber in the world right now? Genuinely? Is because my takes are too solid. I'm too objectively correct about everything. So it's like, you know, think about when people like really go viral for their opinions on stuff. It's never because their opinions are good. It's because they're bad. So I'm shooting myself in the foot by being so agreeable and knowledgeable about everything. I'm so objectively correct that nobody can disagree, and therefore I'm not controversial enough to get spread around on the internet, you know? That's gotta be it. Five more months and you'll have been streaming for just over 7 years? I'm aiming for a career of streaming and content creation of minimum 15. I want to do at least 15 years. If by year 15, if 3 or 4 years from now, by the time my first child is fucking entering grade school, if by that point I'm still a completely irrelevant streamer, I think it's time to hang up the towel. Thoughts? Play Hithsile? I don't know. I don't even know how to say that. What is that? You're too based, I can attest to that. That's what I'm saying. But then you'd be a shill? What's wrong with being a shill? Right now, I'm not a shill, and I have no money. If you're telling me the alternative is being a shill and having more than no money, I'm starting to think it might not be that bad at all. You can't hang it up until you show up on Trash Taste. I mean, I like to think that way, but it's also like, guys, if the absolute peak of my online content career is going to be featuring on somebody else's successful show once, is that really even a peak to strive for? You know what I mean? Surely getting to the point where Trash Taste or some other big podcast would want me on would be the beginning of a long, lustrous career, not the highlight of the end of one, right? Hytale? Oh yeah, I still haven't played Hytale. Have they given updates to it? Is it worth the $30 or whatever it is? I'm trying to save up for Subnautica 2. We're going to be playing some Subnautica 2, guys. How much does a Red Bull cost where you are, Sumi? The smallest Red Bull, the 8.9 ounces, you can usually get for $2.50 if you buy 2 of them. Usually about $5 for 2 of them. The 12-ounce ones, the slightly bigger size, which are usually the ones I get, are 2 for $6. They're about $3 each. And then the really big ones, the 16-ounce, the 20 ounces that I usually buy if it's like I just want one big drink, $5.50, $6 for a real large Red Bull. That's why I usually get Monsters if I want a big drink. You can't hang it up until you get pedophile allegations levied against you. Looks like we're never quitting, boys. Looks like we're never quitting. I unfortunately have a little too clear of a past. I was a little too conscious of asking for consent in high school. I was a little bit too old when I started getting popular online and therefore had my frontal cortex developed. I don't think we're going to be getting any Sumito Media Google Docs. I'm afraid. Subnautica 2 looks good. I haven't looked into it at all. Andrew just messaged me and he was like, hey, we're probably going to be playing Subnautica 2 with James. Are you in? And I was like, a friend that wants to play a video game with me? It's been years since this has happened. Hell yeah. Absolutely, I will play some Subnautica 2. Play Rust? I can't play Rust without calling people slurs. I'm sorry, I get too mad. That's not a stream game. If I play Rust, I am going to get canceled. Have you ever tried Mountain Dew Kickstart? Yes. I had that for the first time actually when I went to California for VidCon. In that video where I met Internet Historian, Mountain Dew had their own little booth in the VidCon Center, and I had a Kickstart for the first time there with their cool reclosable cans, like their cans with the top that you can slide closed. I thought it was so cool. And they weren't bad. They were tasty. I had like the red one, maybe the pineapple one. Sumito plus Rust equals Google Docs. That's the thing. If you get Gamer Rage and Rust, like, who cares? That community is awful. Like, voice chat wise, you know. Used to play Rust with a group of friends of mine. We had a female player. We had a girl that would play with us. And oh man, when the voice chat started, we could not get away from it. It was the worst. It's part of the Rust it's part of the Rust experience, exactly. Edent Fire, thanks so much for the super chat, broski. Caffeine addiction is a myth. I think it's just something that it's one of those things that you have to, you know, I've got this very controversial take that's like everybody should drunk drive a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't mean you should get drunk and drive on public roads. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying in college, they should have a drunk driving course where you have like 3 beers and then you have to drive around the parking lot without hitting a single cone, right? As part of your driving exam. And that way, if you ever end up in a situation where you have to drunk drive for real, you know, it's not your first time driving drunk and you're way less likely to speed or bump into something because you're not freaking out because it's like, oh my God, I'm so drunk, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you practice this. You got this. Go get yourself home. It's fine. It's not that hard. You know? I think the same thing about energy drinks. You got to drink one every once in a while just so that when Panera comes out with an energized lemonade, it doesn't kill you. You know? You got to build up your immune system. You know? It's good exercise for your heart. Thoughts? Based. I have an idea for the allegations. You could say you have no intentions of doing anything with anyone underage, but your top mod is dating a minor. Oh. Yeah, I don't need to directly be canceled. It could be a mod in my Discord or in my Twitch chat that gets canceled. Interesting. Data miner, I got a job for you. how would you feel about making us $1 million? Wait a second. Wow, another base take from Sumito. Was that too based? Was that too agreeable? It's not going to get me to the front of live stream fails, is it? I'm just too smart. I'm too agreeable, charismatic. My bitch too bad. My smoke too strong. They'll kill me. What's the difference? Oh, look at that. When you press down, it changes the color of the grass on the side too. So pretty. This is a great texture pack. I love this texture pack. What's your feelings on racial slurs, Kappa? I have a lot of opinions about racial slurs, actually. I feel like everybody should be allowed to say them. My great-grandfather was half black. Alright, I mean, eventually we're gonna have to deal with this area under the, thing. But until then, make enough progress that I can actually see the fucking ocean. Dog, do you know how annoying shower sex is? Yeah, I'm married, bro. We've tried everything under the sun. I can attest. Shower sex, unless you have the world's biggest penis, is a toughie. Because the second you slip out with that much water running, you are not getting back in, bro. But Sumito, doesn't it add to the sensation when everything is wet? No, it makes everything much more dangerous. 2 out of 10 would not recommend. Water is trash lube. Water is trash lube. Trash lube. Agreed. Quote of the day. Fossbot, quote that. Water is not a lubricant? Not with that attitude. World's biggest, so you mean like 3 inches? I'm just saying, in the shower, you have to hit angles that Socrates could not have anticipated. You know? Fuck, my fucking chest is full. Do I have enough wood to make another one? I guess I could just make another one for now. What?
That's a lot of nuts!
What? What direction is this fucking... There we go. Awkward, but whatever. Bum, bum, bum. Yo, Toxic, thanks for the super chat, broski. Shit's hard enough on silk sheets. Traction is your friend. I don't recommend it. You need to stretch. I ideally recommend you get like a suction handle to keep yourself from falling. It's not, I just wouldn't recommend it. I just wouldn't recommend it. I'm going to be real with you. Even if you do manage to pull it off without getting yourself hurt, like it's not exactly fun. It's not the most exhilarating, you know? I feel like we're making pretty good progress on this mountain destruction mission, though. I don't know why, but that not with that attitude made me pop Lamau. That's what we're here for, buddy. If you do enough bits when you're live streaming, eventually one of them will make you cackle. You know who else cackles? Hyenas. Oh my god, look at how it all ties together. It's almost like Sumito put some thought into that. Toxic with the carry tonight? Oh, you know your boy's getting tacos. I was gonna eat leftover chicken, but with that super chat, oh, your boy's getting tacos. I'm taking my wife to the nicest taqueria, and I'm getting some fucking, probably just carne asada tacos. I used to get their deep fried birria tacos. You know birria tacos, like they make them flat and it's got birria in it. The place that I go to does the normal taco shell, like the half-size ones. and they deep fry the birria. The whole thing, the whole taco ends up crispy, and the top of the birria ends up like crispy. It's crazy. I might fuck around and get me some of those. You talking about sex? No. Talking about tacos. Counter argument: if not being able to breathe makes it feel good, surely cracking. I thought you were going to say water running over your face, but no. Surely cracking your skull on a shower floor feels angelic. I do not know if I agree, chatter. To be fair, haven't tried it. To be fair, haven't tried it. He's getting her the Lux box. Oh, I could also go to Taco Bell. I wouldn't be against getting a chalupa. No, before with the silk and shit, my bed sheets are not silk. I think they're cotton or something. Okay, so here is what this place used to look like. Right? We used to not be able to see any of this, and now might need to level this one more level, but look, you can see the water. You can see the water. Actually getting pretty close, guys. I mean, all that's left is, you know, it's like incredibly deep over here, but we're making it happen. I think I will. I'm gonna need another pick, aren't I? Oh god, I haven't DoorDash Taco Bell in a while. I was delivering for DoorDash for a little bit, like a few months ago, because I just was not making money on YouTube, and I really had to catch up on bills. And delivering on DoorDash is not bad. You meet some nice people. You get to go into a lot of different stores. Like, I went into a lot of restaurants to pick up food that I hadn't ever been in, and I always drove by, and now I had like an excuse. I got to like see the inside of them. I was like, oh, this place looks nice. Maybe I'll come back here and get lunch or something, you know? It was actually really nice to be able to get out of the house a little bit. Have you tried Taco Bell's nacho fries? Yeah, that's like the... If Taco Bell takes away their nacho fries again, I deadass will not go to Taco Bell. I used to say the only thing I like at Taco Bell is the quesadillas. Like, I'm not a huge fan of any of the dollar burrito tacos, any of those. But once they introduced the nacho fries, I was like, okay, I like this a lot. We can go to Taco Bell whenever. I'll get the nacho fries. Then I learned about the chalupas, and I was like, oh, these are expensive, but they're really good. And so now I'm a chalupa guy. I don't really get them because they're really fucking expensive now. The one thing I really miss is the taquitos. Guys, you remember the taquitos they had with the ranch dipping sauce? I don't know why they took them off the menu, but man, those were good. Those were the best. Also, if you make friendship with the kitchen people, you get bigger portions when you go there. You talking about Taco Bell or a local taco place? Surely the methamphetamine-ridden teenagers that are making my Taco Bell order aren't going to be able to hype me up. Yeah, it's pretty chill. I did it for Postmates way back in the day. Also, how I found all the good hole-in-the-wall spots I like now. Yeah, exactly. It's not too bad, right? Really kind of gets your mind off the reason that you're doing it. It's like kind of a fun adventure as far as like shitty side jobs go, you know? The fry seasoning in Taco Bell is S tier. The seasoning hard carries it because the fries themselves can be a little bit mushy when you get them. They're not always fried super well. I hate that Taco Bell combos don't come with fries. It's because it's a fucking seasonal item. If they made the fucking big boy decision to be like, yes, we are going to have the fries on our menu, then yeah, they could do a great combo. But instead, they're like, let's see if people still like it. We'll do it for 3 months this time. It's, don't get me started. If you order through their app, every few times you get a free reward. One of them is literally a chalupa. It's like a free chalupa every 2 to 3 visits. I have the app. I use it every time. I've got like 10,000 points in the McDonald's app, by the way. But they only let you use 1 reward on a visit. So like, it's really frustrating. The only reason I have so many points is because it's fucking hard to use them. I do Firehouse subs more often. If a large sub combo wasn't $22, tell me about it, bro. I love a good New York steamer. Not the sex move, the sandwich. I love their beef pastrami. But man, getting a large sandwich and seeing it ring up at fucking 17 something dollars, 20 plus with a drink. Ugh. No, I feel you. I feel you. And that's for picking it up yourself. Oh, don't go, bro. I almost ordered a Firehouse sub when I had COVID. And I was like, I need a sandwich. I can't just keep doing McDonald's every day. Let me get something different. And my total came out to $34 with tip. 1 sandwich, 1 drink, and a cookie. $34 with a $5 tip. I was like, fuck this. I'd rather die. And I almost did. Sumito is into steamers. That's not what I said. And I'm not denying that fact either. You know, that's a tier 3 sub question. No questions about my fetishes unless you're at least a tier 3 sub for the next 3 months. That's what the tier 3 Sumito Media sub experience is. Oh, my fucking pick broke. Chat, what do I do about all this extra cobblestone and dirt I've got? Do I just make another whatever chest? I guess so. I'm gonna grab all the sand I can. Okay, that's good. We'll just make another whatever chest and throw it up there with the rest of the materials. Smokehouse beef and brisket is really good, but not $30 good. How do you feel about Potbellies? I always see Potbellies and I'm like, another hot sandwich store other than Firehouse. They're cheaper, but I feel like I've never really had like a nice, delicious, fuck yeah, that's a good sandwich at Potbellies, you know? I really think Jersey Mike should be in consideration here. I am not a fan of Jersey Mike's. I am going to read the rest of your message and try to give them a chance, though. I just need to make a new chest first, so give me a sec here. Okay, so we're completely full on cobble, completely full on dirt. I guess I can make... I need a pickaxe too. I can't even dig out a new area for a chest yet. I guess I could fill this up for the time being. Sure, why not? Yeah, we can figure this out later. We don't need to do this right this second. You will get to a point where you just start throwing out the cobblestone. I went hard with my OCD and leveled multiple mountains. There was no reason to keep them past a certain amount. No. I've made this mistake too many times in the past. Because right now we're destroying. But the second we start building and I'm like, hey, I want that whole corner to be a giant watchtower, or I want walls here. Oh, brother, you never throw away anything. I don't even own like a lava pit to throw stuff away because I just keep it in chests and I'm like, I will use it eventually. What are you? Where's my toolsmith? He's a diamond level guy. You? Fletcher. No. You? Toolsmith. Pickaxe. There you are. It's probably all I need for now. I ideally do want to get more melons traded in for emeralds because I'm running a little bit low now. Wait, I said I was gonna read your whole message. Hold on. I really think Jersey Mike should be in consideration here. Last time I ordered it from DoorDash, it was almost $70 for 2 subs and a root beer. Half that if you pick it up yourself. My biggest thing with Jersey Mike's is I just don't think they make a good sandwich. I had one of their sandwiches and I feel like it was 50% shredded lettuce and all the sauce and dressing on the lettuce just leaked into my fucking hands when I tried to eat it. I don't feel like it was very good. It would be so funny if you could use the points to run the store for a day or something. Ooh, that would be funny. Yeah. I wouldn't mind running a McDonald's for a day. I mean, I say that before fucking Donald Trump made it not fucking cool to fake work at a McDonald's for a day. Donald Trump takes all of my best bits, by the way. It pisses me off. I'm in Arizona. We don't have those. We have one. It scrolled up and I lost it. We have one White Castle. I had White Castle for the first time last year in Vegas. My wife took me to Vegas for my 30th birthday. I like Culver's. I had a Butterburger at Culver's. I got family up in Wisconsin. I don't like building out of cobblestone. I just want to be building when I get the urge to build, and usually the only thing I have is cobblestone. Being in England till I can get my green card, I just have to dream about Culver's till I'm back stateside. Come visit the East Coast. Come visit the DC area. I'll show you around. We got great food here, dude. Melon. Melon. You're totally right. Jersey Mike's is all theater. It's for boomers that love being asked how their day is going so they can bitch about their kids. Is that why people are going to Jersey Mike's? Really? I didn't even know they, like, converse with you or whatever. Chat, should I go to Jersey Mike's? Should I give it another shot after 6 years? Is it worth it? I'm not a big veggie on my sandwiches guy. I'm a big... you guys don't live here, so you guys don't know what the broiler is. We got a place that does... It's basically like a Philly cheesesteak, right? Just think Philly cheesesteak, but it's like a flat bread rather than the rolls that they use in Philly. And it's just all meat. Meat, caramelized onions. Oh my God, it's the fucking best. It's like $20 for a big sandwich, but it is the best. Soggy sandwiches so they can eat them with their dentures in. Yeah, that's a fucking boomer sandwich spot if I've ever heard of one. I gotta drink some more of my square water. They opened a Ebisu near me, one of those Japanese import stores for like gacha machines and like Labubus and stuff, and I got this square water. I think it's great. I see Korean League streamers pull this off the floor and drink it when they're in like a hotel room, and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, I can LARP as a challenger player. What was the one place you shouted out for having the best chicken you've ever had? It was fairly recent. I think I was talking about Hall and All's Barbecue in Ballston. I think they have a couple other locations, but they do a tallow fried half chicken over dirty rice. And they do like a heavy spice rub on the chicken. It's incredible. It's incredible. I had it a second time. It wasn't as good, but I would still say like the best chicken I've had. Yeah, it's crazy. I'd put Jersey Mike's one grade above Subway. I would say it's better than Subway, sure. I will say I think Subway is bad, though. I'm in VA. Is this place called The Broiler? Do I need to partake? Yes. If you're a big, heavy, meaty sandwich guy. First of all, if you go to The Broiler, get a pizza. They're known for their pizzas. They're not known for their sandwich. But also, get a half cheesesteak. Get a half cheesesteak. It'll blow your fucking face off. Don't you live nearby Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage? Nearby, in the grand scheme of things, yeah. I could drive to it in like 6 hours, yeah. Because I think it's in New Jersey. But like, a thing that I would do in a regular day where I have other things to do? Probably not. Probably not. I wouldn't do that for the meme. All right, let's grab our stacks of pumpkin and watermelon. I really feel like I need to find both of my farmers because I'm not going to be able to trade all of these to one farmer. And I'm fairly certain we have 2 farmers that can trade watermelons and melons, unless I'm wrong. I've been to Boston once. Me too. State Street interview, basically bombed it. Went to the Barracuda Tavern to drink my sadness away on the company's dime. I saw those places. Were those in Salem? Or near Salem? The Smoke Room in Houston has the best barbecue chicken I've ever had. Maybe, if you're gonna do chicken, you got to do it fried. Fried chicken, even a bad fried chicken, I'll take over a high quality, you know, barbecue. Like, I don't like a sweet chicken. I also don't like a sweet beef. I'm hugely not a fan of bulgogi. Okay, do we have the second farmer that I can trade the rest of my pumpkins to? Why are you in here? You're not even the farmer I want. God. Maybe he's up on the hill? Maybe he's up tending to... There. Is he a diamond farmer? I don't know if he's the right level for what I want. I will 100% get a cheesesteak. My biggest pet peeve of sandwiches is how much bread they are and how little protein. That's a... Go to the broiler. Go to the broiler. You will not have that issue. You will not have that issue, my friend. Armorer. Okay, I guess we just have to accept that I'm not going to be able to trade these in for a while. I gotta get a second farmer that'll accept my goddamn pumpkins and shit, because they only trade once a day and they have a limit, and that limit is slowly becoming less than how much I produce. No. Yeah, no, I think I'm thinking of a different place I saw in Boston. I feel like I should maybe like get rid of a Fletcher or something. Try to get a second farmer. Or maybe I see this farmer is accessing this hopper. So if I break this hopper or this, oh no, he's gone forever. Are you still a farmer? You're not. So I need to make a new one of those. Chat, how do I, oh, here we go. Composter. Here, boom. Wait, come back. Become a farmer. Fletcher, what do you make? Arrows and bows. What do you make? Bow. You. Bow. Okay, surely we don't need 3 Fletchers. Surely 2 is enough. You guys go get different jobs. And then what are you? Butcher. I could use 1. Weaponsmith. I feel like I had a different one, didn't I? Armorer. Toolsmith. You're the toolsmith I use. Okay, so you stay. And then I just won't move the rest of these. Okay, this is a new farmer? Dude, come on! Stop being a farmer. Stop being a farmer. Stop being a farmer. I got rid of his hopper. How come he's still a farmer? Okay, that's definitely that farmer. Let's break this hopper. Wait, another farmer? Are you new? No. God damn it. Where are you guys getting hoppers to become farmers? Or not hoppers. What are these called? Composty boys. There's none here. That's also a full thing of wheat that I should maybe pick. Best chicken sandwich I've had in a sandwich from the Thug Sandwiches nearby. Cajun spice with Tabasco mayo. Ooh, that sounds good. How is this guy still a farmer? I broke his composter. Didn't you lose your job? Okay, I'm gonna go find the other farm and I'm gonna break the fucking composter from that. I'm breaking all the composters. I don't give a fuck. Can't you give wheat to the peasants and have them make babies? I can, but I've already got plenty of villagers already. I just need to min-max the exact ones I have. Like, this is a farmer, but he doesn't accept pumpkins, which is what I need. I gotta break this. Now he's not a farmer. Now I can put it back down. Boom. He becomes a farmer. Hey, get over here. Hello? Here. Become a farmer. Become a farmer. I'm gonna beat this guy's ass. Get over here. Become a farmer. Here, I'll put it there. Become a farmer. Boom. Oh, maybe they don't do pumpkins and watermelons if they're not, maybe they don't do it at level 1. Let's re-roll again. Maybe they don't do it at level 1. Maybe that's the issue I'm having. Dude! Become a farmer. So is that the issue? I need to get them up to level 2 for them to do pumpkins and other stuff? Minecraft looks different these days. I'm using a texture pack. Could trap one of them in a minecart in front of a composter, break and replace it. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. What's the best way for me to get like a level 2 farmer? I guess I can replace this now that we've learned. And then I guess I'll just put a second composter here since this is where these idiots hang out anyway. I don't want to spend too much, but I do have to try to get one of these guys up to level 2, I think. Boom. Bought a bunch of bread. You should level up. Level 2. And he takes pumpkins. There we go. Would be super cool if you also took watermelons. Yes! Oh my god. Gaming achieved. And all it cost was a few emeralds. Where's the other guy? Isn't it the next day? Can't I trade with him as well? What are you guys all doing here, by the way? Okay, that's fine. That's good progress. We're up to almost a stack of emeralds now. For free. Gonna jet, enjoy the rest of your night. See you, the Bard. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Let's go collect some schmelons. Pretty good amount of emeralds, can't lie. I'm going to drop half a stack of these guys in here for safekeeping. Should make plenty more as time goes on. Otherwise, we really just need to keep it for tools for now. You guys see how nice it is to be able to just grab tools whenever you need to with emeralds? At no point during this endeavor did we need to go, oh no, I need to go mine for an hour to get more diamonds so I can do my crafting. Nope. All handled completely renewably and sustainably by trading with the villagers. How nice is that? All right, I think it's time we dismantled this. I think the best thing to do would be to drop some dirt to get rid of the water. And it's time to get going. Damn, what the fuck? I just had an ad of a guy walking around with headphones on, and then he gets distracted by a guy and walks out in front of a fucking train. That sounds crazy. I haven't seen ads in 15 years because when I watch Twitch streamers, I subscribe using my Twitch Prime. It's free with your Amazon Prime account, and it makes it so you have an ad-free experience. Don't have Amazon Prime? Don't worry. For only $5 a month, you too can purchase a Sumito Media subscription. Not only does it unlock all of the emotes that you see in chat that people use, but it also gives you an ad-free viewing experience on the Sumito Media channel. Plus, half of every subscription gets given directly to Sumito, funding his ability to continue to do this as a career. You can rest knowing that your experience becomes better, as well as supporting your favorite streamers at the same time. Subscribe now! You guys think somebody on 11 Labs might, like, take my voice and use me for, like, I don't know, propaganda or something? I worry sometimes. Amazon could definitely use that as an ad. I don't know if they'd pay me. What's going on up here? Sumito, I wonder if you being discovered in such elite collaboration makes the climb a little bit more uphill for the Spodcast. That level riffing in such condensed time frame is such a high bar to match. Yeah, but what can you do? What can you do? You know? Every 30 minutes of video with Internet Historian is minimum 8 hours of us talking and riffing and making jokes in Discord before we get half an hour of usable, editable stuff, you know? So it's like, if you're not willing to dedicate that much time just to recording, right? We're not even talking about how much time it takes to edit, just to record. It's, you know, it's never gonna have the riffs per upload, the bits per click as something as casual as the Spodcast. It absolutely is an uphill climb. If you are to interpret that a big chunk of the people who are subscribed to my channel are because they expected something like that, then you can kind of see my entire career has been nothing but chasing a level of effort and editing and production that my audience expects that I was never realistically going to reach. And that's fine, you know? Has it been not fun trying to fight with the algorithm because so many people don't click my videos because they might expect something like that? Yeah. But would I take back my early collaborations with Internet Historian in order to give myself an easier start, but not have, you know, a bunch of the people that I've met, a bunch of the pride, a bunch of the early traction I got? No, it's all part of the process. It's all part of the process. Holy shit. Brandroid OG, thank you so much for the Prime subscription. Slime Mold, thank you so much for the Prime subscription. 2 brand new hyenas because I did a tongue-in-cheek plug. Holy shit, I'm going to start doing that every hour now. Appreciate it, broskies. Goes a long way. To be fair, the production has gone up quite a lot since 2017. Yeah. I mean, don't want to give myself too much credit, but I mean, the show has gotten a little bit better than when I started out just recording in my bedroom all those years ago, right, chat? Just a little bit. Probably cut down this tree. Got all of it? Yep. Hopefully that pads the expectations a bit for the podcast. Takes a little bit longer for those viewers to get used to, and it'll help once they see Andrew more and more. I'm really hoping that who am I kidding? Listen, the Patreon has to carry. That's just how it is. I've started live streaming. We've unlocked YouTube memberships. I have to make this transition to asking for people to support monetarily sooner than most people. You know, most people get to 500,000, 1 million subscribers, and they're making good money and they don't need to do that. You would think that would start at 100,000, but no. I just gotta accept that. 100,000, I still need the backing that comes with direct monetization from your fans, on top of sponsorships, on top of Patreon. Like, that's just what it is nowadays, you know? Not doing anything wrong. It's just tough to be a YouTuber nowadays. It's just tough to be a YouTuber nowadays. Read Cake's other comment. For just $5, you can get 1 month access token to 11 Labs, where you can steal Sumet's voice and have him voice hentai for profit. If they paid me per use, I wouldn't be against it. If they paid me per use, I wouldn't be against it. And all it took was one tree to crush your car into pieces. Why would you remind me of that? Why would you bring that up out of nowhere? That was a very tough time for me. Although I do like my Honda Fit, gotta be honest. What the fuck is this game? It's all pixelated. It looks like something from 2011. You're not wrong. Chad, he's not wrong. What are you guys hawing about? What did I say? I gotta start paying attention to the things I say. It's hard to hold a conversation with chat when I keep forgetting every other thing. I'm like a goldfish. Do I have torches? I would love a little more light. Voxel Graphics and so 2013. Brother, this was Voxel Graphics before Voxel Graphics was even mainstream. This is the OG Voxel box. My jaw hurts so fucking bad from my wisdom teeth coming in or whatever it is. I feel like maybe I just ate like bad popcorn, really got into my teeth or something, but my fucking jaw hurts. Oh my God, look at the progress we're making. We're almost there. Jaw pain from laughing too much? Yeah. Too many cackles. Ah! I fell. Oh my God, look how nice it is. I can finally see the gay villagers making out on the shelf. Couldn't see that before. We're gonna have to re-terraform this with a bunch of dirt so that it's not like a stone area. Maybe I should do it with sand. Chat, thoughts? Replace all of this with sand so it's like a nice big beach, and then we can have like a beach market. Thoughts? Okay. I'm now a Patreon subscriber. Hey, thanks, buddy. Enjoy all the bonus episodes of the Schwadcast. There's a bunch of them. There's a lot of bonus stuff on the Patreon, by the way. There's a bonus episode of the Schwadcast for every episode that goes up. But then there's also like, I wanted to make a webcomic at one point. So there's like some old artwork from that, old artwork from my profile picture, my banners, the introduction to the show. Like there's a bunch of like little behind the scenes little goodies there. Huge fan of the sand idea. Yeah, sand could be cool, right? Sand could be really good. And there's a bunch of it here already. So like, it'd be sustainable. As long as you make a boardwalk for sure. I mean, look, the game, when a village spawns near water, it already does like a natural boardwalk. You see that? That's procedurally generated. That's the game that did this. And over there, all that wood, that wasn't me. That was the game. We gotta play into that aesthetic, I think. I miss living near the beach. It sounds dope as hell. I've never lived near the beach. I still have the drawing of you as an Italian in my sketchbook. Really? Forget about it. Why does it still feel like we're so fucking high up? Keep these oak logs. Always use Wood. Oh my god, it's coming together though. It is coming. Pause. Together. Pause. All right, I'm gonna say we do a proper, just balls to the wall, dig this shit out. All of this, everything from here onwards. Hey, Nikolai, how you been, buddy? We're Minecrafting today. How you been? Did you get tacos, by the way? It's Tuesday. I was working at a bar and it had this tiny room behind. I lived with 2 other employees. What a life, huh? What a life. I've been great. Good to hear. Good to see you. Good to see you too, man. God, look at how many fucking blocks we gotta move, man. At least we're getting materials. At least the build won't be that bad. Boom. Made it to the other side. Now we just got to remove all of this. And then do that like 10 more times. Holy fuck. Nico suddenly became a cat girl in the time I haven't been here? Yeah, sure, why not? The sandstone really looks like sand, hard to tell them apart. Yeah, the texture pack doesn't really do us any favors. Well, also, like, they are different, right? Sandstone, sand. They are different, yeah. I was gonna say, this texture pack, when I installed it, said that it was outdated for my version of Minecraft, so I thought maybe that was a glitch of them not having the right texture for it or something, but no. That is not what that was. Maybe I should just go like row by row. I've been super busy with personal projects. I've been practicing at Olympic air pistol. I've been practicing hard. I honestly thought you were going to give up on that. I mean, I don't know anything about your dedication to the craft, right? Never have I known Nikolai to not follow through on a passion project. I just figured you bought the Olympic air pistol because it seemed like a cool thing to buy. You're telling me you've been taking it seriously? Holy shrinkflation, these tacos are tiny. You gotta go to a local taco spot. Where'd you get tacos from? I don't think Taco Bell has been... Oh my god, a cat! Hello? All right. You can live here. That's fine. Tame him? How? Feel like you need fish or something? How do you tame a cat? Feed him fish? I don't know if I have fish. Taco Bell? You're saying Taco Bell got smaller? I feel like I would have noticed that. I haven't noticed that. It's rare to find places that you can practice at. It's a great community here I've been loving learning about. That sounds lit. Thank God you live in an area as diverse enough as this that you can get into hobbies like that. You know? Imagine you lived in the middle of rural Ohio. Cost of living, 0. Ability to get into Olympic air pistols, also 0. You know? Fish make friends of cats. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm sure he's not going to disappear, right? I think he'll just roam around like a wild cat for a while. Are these guys trapped? Are you idiots trapped here? There. Go. Yeah. Not into the caves. Go somewhere else. Jesus, man. I've had to block off this particular cave 100 different ways so that my villagers and my golems don't just end up running into here. This is just yet another example of that. Okay. Used to be a ton of taco trucks within walking distance, but they all closed up or moved recently. I don't know if it was ice or some kind of policy change. Either way, I'm pissed. We had that happen here, too. I had 2 different taco trucks that used to be near my old high school that did really good cheap tacos. That inexplicably don't show up anymore. And I can only imagine it's because of ice. Let's melon consolidate. Get some more emeralds. Nice. And then is there another farmer? Is there a farmer that actually will trade my food? Beautiful. 63 emeralds. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. Put these in the old emerald bank. Nice. We also need to buy a shovel, I think. Wasn't just the taco trucks, all of them did, even the halal chicken one. We've still got some really shitty halal trucks here that do not great halal chicken and stuff. Oh, fuck me, my jaw hurts. What did I say? I need a shovel. Need a shovel. Where's my tool boy? Is one of you guys, right? You? No. You? No. You? No. You? Where the fuck is my tool boy? You? Butcher. Toolsmith, here you are. 31 emeralds. Holy fuck, man. Also live in South Texas, so it was all oh, brother. I can only imagine what it must be like being not properly documented and in fucking Texas. Good, cheap tacos never stood a chance. Oh, right. We were doing this, like, strip mining situation. Let's keep doing that. Dun 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 dun. Houston has been relatively untouched when it comes to that. It's a fairly blue city. That's almost definitely why. I saw on TikTok there were like ice speed traps or something like right up the road from where I live, which is kind of nuts. I mean, I'm like really close to DC, so I understand that much, but like, why? Get a life, you know? Filling out the shit for the Visa interview, it was like first name here, Juan Miguel, second name here, Rosalia. What? I do not understand. Oh yeah, there's 2 mods now. Don't tell the chatters. Daily Data Miner started hanging out when we were playing Mugenics, and like basically when I started streaming on YouTube. And he hung out like every stream, so I was like, you know what, you're a mod now. Nikolai, basically the same story, but from like several years before. I don't remember what game it was. Nikolai also lives in my area. Everybody on YouTube's probably confused. I'm talking to the Twitch mods. Consistency is key. Exactly. I had a bunch of mods from when I started streaming on Twitch that were just like my first YouTube subscribers and stuff. And inevitably, they would stop hanging out in the stream, which is fine. But then like their accounts would get compromised, and then like I'd randomly be getting like my fucking emotes only switched on, and like shit like that changed up. And it's like, okay, I'm keeping an incredibly tight ship from now on. Nobody is a mod unless I see your name several times a week. And that's why it's really just been me. I remember that happening. What a fucking day that was, man. Literally every behavior I have as a streamer is completely dictated by the trauma of previous mistakes. I am nothing but one big safety blanket for my own mentality. Ah, fuck this congestion, allergies, bullshit. That's a lot to deal with. It's been over the course of many years. You know, you don't get used to it, but it's usually not something you have to deal with like every week. It's something that happens once. You put in safeguards and then you do your best to, you know. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. That's what people say. Free Crunchwrap. Hopefully that makes up for the shrinkflation, eh? Dun, 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 dun. I feel like my headphones are exacerbating the jaw issue because they're like pressed on the sides of my face, you know?